they not going through on the phone. I'll send them. I'll chop them down a little bit.
Yeah, all
How do
good,
I look?
all
How's
good.
my
Oh
hair?
man, we're going through this issue we had yesterday. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. We're experiencing technical difficulties once
Difficult
again.
to.
Screen capture. Yep, yep. Screen number 2. Here we go. Okay, alright. We are here. Uh, this is weird. We never really don't have to fix any of this. Anyway, fuck it. Let's go. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Crypto and Coffee with the Trading Bros. I'm your host, Clutch Crypto.
And I'm Baby Wellington, reporting live from a rabbit's ass
All right, man. Let's
in the jungle.
in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle, baby.
Welcome to the jungle. So we are here on the ETH chart, USDT. As you can see, we had it right yesterday. We did get a drop. Dropped all the way down. The low was 32.13. We've had, somewhat of a bounce from that. What we'd anticipate is, folks that are buying the dip, right? And coming back up to the 50 MA on the 1 hour. We would anticipate, to test this 200 again and see if it holds. But we did break out of this channel to the downside. So on this side, looked like it pumped up, got to this peak of 34.81, and then slammed down. So as you know, there's probably a lot of longs that got trapped up in here, giving them another chance here, and then finally taking them out, completely, or not, maybe not completely, but getting a wide berth on that one. And so, I think from my perspective, we've got New York opening up in a little bit. I think we're going to continue to test this 200 EMA. I think we're going to head down further down today, kind of depending. Fridays are always, a little strange relative to what's happening. But we do have a lot of news coming out, so we'll kind of blow through this on smaller time frames. If we can get there. We're headed back up to test this channel. So I'd imagine we got the 800 EMA on the smaller time frame. So we've broken out from the daily open. I would imagine that we reject off of this and we continue to cycle down. But who knows? We might get a little bit of a pump to induce more longs before we head down. But I don't anticipate that. On the ETH side, if we look at the funding rates, I just refreshed this, but let me refresh it again. Doesn't look like anything's really changed from yesterday. Things look to be relatively neutral to positive, except for OKEX, right? This is pulled. This is updated. This looks exactly like
Oh, just a disclaimer right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is not financial advice, by the way. Something happened with the with the screen. We don't have our little tab down in right now.
So OI really hasn't changed too much. Open interest hasn't changed too much. Again, let me refresh that. We're at 7.3 billion. We were at 7.6. Yesterday. So 0.3 billion dollars gone, taken. Somebody got paid. Somebody's headed to the mall. You know what I'm saying? If we look at the traditional markets, looks like, and again, let me refresh this. It says U.S. stocks for futures edge higher ahead of key jobs data as tumultuous Q1 comes to a close. So futures are flat. I would consider this to be flat. Oil is under $100. That's significant. Oil being under $100, Bitcoin being down 3%, futures are flat. All the way around. If not flat to up, Dow's actually up. We've got S&P at basically flat. We'll see how it goes. I mean, we haven't quite open yet. So we'll see. If we look at the economic calendar for today, the April Fools, and these fools, we have non-farm payrolls that just came out. That looks to be positive. Unemployment rate is pretty flat. Average earnings pretty flat. I mean, the news so far really hasn't been, if you look at the numbers, there's nothing really that significant about the numbers as far as the changes are concerned. We still do have some additional news coming out from the Fed president, construction spending, motor vehicle sales. It should be interesting. We'll see what happens, but market is reacting positively to these numbers future-wise. From that end, exo charts we look at. This is the same chart we had before. As we had talked about, we were kind of in this range yesterday. We ranged into here, came back down, coming back up. I would anticipate that we take out this low volume node, as well. So that's all I got on my end. I anticipate
very cool.
More of a drop.
I'm with you 100%. I think that's coming for sure. Let me share my screen. Wapuya! Here we go. Okay, here we go. Liquidation levels. It's good to be flying on the Nebuchadnezzar this morning. Because if not, this shit would definitely be taking a long time to load. Whoa, look at that. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we definitely filled up these short liquidations from yesterday. We also flipped on the cumulative liquidation level delta. We're now currently sitting at negative 4.8 billion. Guys, we were at positive 3.8 billion yesterday. So the flip, the downtrend, that's very real. That's definitely going on right now. And as you can see, we have some big liquidations down here, all the way down into the low 3,000 ranges. So I would definitely expect us to get over into those ranges. So I do think we're going to see some more moves to the downside as far as Bookmap goes. It looks like we are trying to come up here. We have 3,400 areas, kind of like probably a pretty good stopping point, 3,500 tops. Again, I think we're going to see something in the 3370, 3390, maybe 3,400 range, and then we can do a continuation of downside. This is just a kind of a short squeeze per se, to just kind of squeeze these shorts. I think that are building up so that they can continue to go to the downside. I think that's what we're seeing happen, and I think ultimately we're going to see things go to the downside for the remainder of the day. So we'll see what happens. New York opens here in about 6 minutes. But that's all the time that we have today.